It's actually quite serene, but there is some kind of heaviness in the air that I can't put my finger on exactly. I don't know if it's...
When we did our canoe trip 4 years ago, we had 30-mile-an-hour gusts.
Oh, wow.
And we were wiping our eyes constantly. We were getting grit in our eyes from all the stuff that was being blown into our faces. So, yeah, I think that there's definitely danger of air contamination. And if you read my book, our book about the Rouge, you know that at the end of 5 days I had raging infections on my hands and arms and legs and feet because I'd been in contact with this water. I have a friend who went to Dearborn High School. She said that when she was in high school, they used to go back to the Rouge and throw a match on the river and it would ignite.
Wow. Not anymore, though. And what is that monster power plant?
That's Detroit Edison's generating plant at the mouth of the Rouge.
That is just a monster.
Yeah. When I look at the landscape here, when I see the blast furnaces, for instance, I think there is a kind of beauty to it. But when I see a cloud like that, I'm concerned about what's getting into the air. So, yeah, there's a kind of beauty to it, but at the same time, it's a kind of scary beauty because of the unseen danger of it.
Look at this fire. What is going on? That is big.
Look in this, you see holes in the sides there? There are birds that will nest in a, they normally nest in cliff sides.
I mean, there has just been an endless one after the other. We haven't even, there's been hardly a break in any of the industrial. Jeez. Look at that. That is just nasty.
Yeah. here? Michigan Avenue. Oh. As we came up to Michigan Avenue, we were coming past the last of the concrete channel, which is part of this whole industrialized part of the Rouge River. And it ends right after Michigan Avenue and forest begins. And it's like somebody took a ruler and drew a line and said, this will be all industry and this will be forest. Now this forest doesn't extend very far, but as you can see, it's thick right here, and it's a whole different world. And that's where you get the sense of sanctuary.
Oh, I just think it's interesting that, you know, Henry Ford is responsible for creating and manipulating nature. His factories and his production promoted sprawl and suburbanization and huge freeways and yet, sort of in the private realm, he created these idyllic landscapes. He created this incredible mansion right here on the Rouge River and a false waterfall. But it's almost like he preserved this way of life that he was responsible in large part for destroying.
Right.
The automobile and the automobile culture drastically changed the landscape to the point where you don't get little villages, you don't get trains running through towns
roads,
anymore.
freeways.
So there's this conflict of interest. On one side, he wanted to preserve this perfect American way of life, and on the other side, his commerce, his industry was responsible for destroying that exact image, that exact image of American life. And this trip on the Rouge is perfectly illustrative of that, because here you have Henry Ford's mansion, his little utopia where he's got the waterfall and the stone house on the river. Perfect, this perfect picturesque thing, and we go straight down past this woodland sanctuary here, and it's automobile industry, concrete. I mean, this is Henry Ford's utopia right here. We're in the middle of it. We're in the heart of it.